An infant's line is on the line today. Coming up on Kristi Leigh's Daily Brief, a hearing that will determine whether the government or parents have more rights in determining a child's medical care. Plus, fighting for the sanctity of life in Malta. And is the classic movie It's a Wonderful Life a symbol of white supremacy? Also hear which movie director says men should not have testosterone. Starting today with medical health freedom and parental rights. A hearing will be held today to see if a hospital in New Zealand can essentially take a baby from his mother. A critically ill 4-month-old needs heart surgery, but the mother has asked that unvaccinated blood be used. The family is concerned about using blood containing traces of vaccines using mRNA technology. Dozens of unvaccinated donors have been pre-screened, but their request has been denied by New Zealand Health Service, which says vaccines pose no risk to donor supplies. This story has been framed as a conspiracy theorist mother delaying life-saving care by other news outlets. But buried in a New York Times article, the mother says she is desperately worried about the baby's well-being and did not want the surgery to be postponed. She's blaming the health service for the holdups and unnecessarily asserting its authority in courts. Winston Peters of the New Zealand First Party says this is not about being pro or anti-vax or denying the science. This is about freedom, truth, and informed consent. Over 100 protests showed up in New Zealand to support the parents. A supporter says there's so many people lined up to give their blood freely. That is where tyranny starts, when the state provides us with not being able to give blood freely to a patient that needs it. While the parents' concerns are written off, vaccinated people now make up a majority of COVID-19 deaths, according to the CDC's own data. And an autopsy study is tying deaths to the jab, according to WND. The German autopsy study shows 35 people who died within 20 days of the injections from known side effects risks. Dr. Marty Makary, a surgeon and public policy researcher at Johns Hopkins University, tweets, "This is a German study from a reputable group. It's very hard to conduct this research in the U.S." 10,000 pro-life people flood the streets of Malta to protest a bill legalizing abortion, according to Life News. The island nation says they want it to remain one of the only countries in Europe to protect babies from abortions. The Catholic bishops of Malta have joined growing opposition to the bill that could legalize the killing of unborn babies and abortions for basically any reason in the small European nation. Right now, abortions are illegal in Malta only if the mother's life is at risk. A final vote on the bill could occur before December 19th. It's not a wonderful life, it's a racist life, according to Associate Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. She invoked racism in relation to the Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, in oral arguments over a free speech case on Monday. The case 303 Creative versus Ellenus centers around Lori Smith, a Colorado web designer who sued Colorado over anti-discrimination laws, claiming the law compelled her to express support for same-sex marriage, according to the Daily Caller. And here's what Brown Jackson had to say.
But Hurley was a private association. It wasn't a public business. What I'm asking you is, I have a public business. I'm a photographer. My belief is that, I'm doing It's a Wonderful Life scenes. That's what I'm offering. Okay? I want to do video depictions of It's a Wonderful Life. And I'm knowing that movie very well. I want to be authentic, and so only white children and families can be customers for that particular product. Everybody else can, I'll give to everybody else, I'll sell them anything they want, just not the It's a Wonderful Life depictions. I'm expressing something, right, for your purposes, that's speech. What about, what's the other step? It's speech, and I can say anti-discrimination laws can't make me sell the It's a Wonderful Life package to non-white individuals.
In the same way, I would say, first of all, in the same way that this court, when there is a message and a status and it's overlapping, the court would say that message wins in that instance.
So I don't have to sell it to
I don't think that message
The court is expected to decide the case by the end of its session in June 2023. Avatar director James Cameron says testosterone is a toxin men must terminate from their system, according to Post Millennial. In an interview, Cameron said a lot of things he did early in his career he wouldn't do now, and refers to himself as having been a wild, testosterone-poisoned young man. But would he have had the same success on movies like Abyss, Titanic, and Terminator? His passion now lies in environmental sustainability. He says Avatar is the highest-grossing film, and it's a movie that's asking you to cry for a tree. So to sum up, will more tyranny or parental rights and informed consent win in New Zealand? A baby's life is on the line. A bill will determine if Malta can remain one of the only countries in Europe protecting babies from abortion, identity politics, trump freedom of speech for at least one Supreme Court justice. And one of the most successful Hollywood directors is referring to testosterone as a toxin. To learn more, be sure to go to AmericanFaith.com and subscribe to our daily newsletter. For American Faith, I'm Kristi Leigh.